Hello everyone, my name is Pari Cox, but I also go by PC, and today I will be presenting a proposed humanitarian program addressing urgent risk among displaced family along the Cambodian and Thai border. This border focused specifically on strengthening community-based mind risk education and mental health support to ensure safer movement, informed decision making, and long term stability for affected households. As someone who cares deeply about localization and dignity based response, I see this model as a way to help family not just survive displacement but return safely with stability. Context and emergency overview. In mid 2025, a renewed clash affected communities in Brafihia, Bantier Mienche, Otdam Mienche, and Siem Reap provinces. This results in approximately 104,700 displaced individuals, with more than 56 displacement sites formed to host families. These areas overlap historically contaminated landmine zones where decades of conflict have left explosive remnants that is still embedded in the ground. Movement into these areas, whether for water, farming, or returning home, poses serious risks to the civilians. So, a problem statement. Although humanitarian agencies are responding with shelter, food, and basic services, two major needs remain under-addressed. First, many families lack up-to-date information on which areas remain hazardous, especially when traveling or returning. Second, displacement brings emotional distress, uncertainty, loss of livelihood, disruptions of community ties, and fear of contamination. Children are particularly vulnerable, both physically and psychologically, making risk awareness and psychosocial support essential. So our target population. The program prioritizes displaced households, nearly host communities and families prepared to return home. Children and adolescents represents a significant proportion of these population and often travel independently to collect food or even attend school. By reaching families during displacement and before they move back into the contaminated spaces, we aim to directly reduce incidents while bringing coping and emotional stability. Theory of change. Our theory of change is straightforward. If families receive practical mind risk knowledge and emotional support systems are available, they will move safely, experience fewer accidents, and have stronger resilience. Rather than responding after an accident occurs or distress that's escalated, this program intervenes early before humans or any type of harms that happen. It basically tries to promote safe behavior and mental well-being. Proposed intervention. About the mind risk education. First, major component focuses on mind risk education delivered directly where families are located. Mobile teams will conduct interactive sessions using visual materials adapted to low literacy audience. Hazard mapping will incorporate community knowledge because residents tend to observe unsafe location ahead of the formal authorities. Each community will also identify trusted individuals who serve as focal points. These focal points can help restore dangers, assist families with safe routes, and contact clearance authorities when needed. Expected results. By the end of the first year, the program aims to reach approximately 30,000 people with risk education activities. At least 150 communities focal points will be trained and equipped to support reporting and outreach. We expect at least 85% of the participants to retain core safety behavior, such as recognizing marked areas or avoiding new disturbance ground. We also aim for a measurable reduction in explosive incidents, targeting a 50% decrease in target communities, and at least 70 official hazard clearance requests submitted each quarterly. So, proposed intervention by psychosocial supports. The second component expands emotional and psychological support during the displacement and return. Trained volunteers will provide psychological first aid to individuals experiencing stress, fear, or grief. Weekly group sessions will be organized for women, caregivers, and adolescents who often bear the emotional burdens of displacement. Child-friendly spaces will help restore routines, while structured activities give children safe ways to express emotions. Expected results in the psychosocial support. With this approach, approximately 20,000 individuals will receive direct emotional stabilization support within the first year. We aim to establish at least 25 ongoing support groups, reaching those most at risk of isolation using simple, valid well-being tools. We expect at least 70% of the participation to show improved emotional stability over time. Additionally, at least 60% of those referred to clinical services should be able to access professional care and satisfaction level at target at 80% or higher. Coordinating structure. Program oversights will occur through a monthly steering committee, including the CMAA and the MAG, humanitarian partners, and site-level leaderships. At the community level, safety committees will manage outreach and reporting. A shared monitoring database will track hazard reporting trends, incident reductions, referrals, and participation results. This structure ensures that information reaches the appropriate actors quickly, improving clearances, response, and service delivery. Implementation timeline. The program begins with a 2-month preparation period, during which teams finalize the materials, recruit facilitators, and establish committees. Implementation runs from more than a year, allowing cycles of training, reinforcement, and return preparation. The last phase involves evaluation, transitions, and integrations into larger or longer-term systems, such as national disaster risk reduction efforts and local health services. Sustainability is achieved by embedding focal local points and emotional support groups directly into the community structures. Why this will work. This model is supported by international evidence demonstrating that mind risk education significantly reduces accidents, especially when combined with community hazard reporting. Psychological first aid and structured support groups strengthen coping and reduce trauma symptoms. Most importantly, the program promotes localization, empowering community members to take ownership rather than waiting for outside actors to intervene.